up, everybody? Welcome to the Ojai Films podcast, the greatest show you've never heard of.
Nobody's heard of us
Yeah.
at all. I still need to upload the other ones to SoundCloud.
Oh,
Need to do that.
that's great.
For now, yeah. Oops.
Yeah. That voice you were hearing was my lovely co-host, Cameron. How are you
we
doing?
both co-hosts, or are we or you the host and I'm like another guy here, or like are we just co-hosts like each other, or like?
Well, if I was the host, then you being the co-host wouldn't make sense. Like,
so we're just co-hosts.
we're co-hosts.
Okay, that makes sense. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't being sidelined.
No,
You gotta stroke that ego.
this is my underling, Cameron Howe.
Yep, that's me.
I am Jordi Steele. And
we're here to talk about movies for the next 40 minutes.
Woohoo! This week we saw Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, and we have differing opinions, but we will get to that. But first, we had quite a lot of news over the week. Like, a lot of stuff happened. We got quite a lot of trailers.
Yeah, it was just trailers.
Starting with, like, the big, like, four, like, in almost the same day. You got the Lego Movie 2. Lego Movie 2, the second part.
I think it's Lego Friends are going up against this time. It seems it's the mini dolls from the girls' sets. So,
Did you enjoy the first one?
I liked the first one a lot. I didn't know the ending or anything when I wasn't like paying attention, and it kind of shocked me. The whole I didn't see it coming. I like it. It's fun times, you know what I mean? And it's got all this like weird parallels to real life or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird when you watch it for the second time. I like it a lot. Do you like it?
Yes, I very much. Anything Phil Lord and Chris Miller do, really, because they're just very good at comedy, and I felt like the Lego Movie was funnier than it had any right to be, and more entertaining, and it was just brilliant. And then they tried to recreate that magic with Emoji Movie.
Well, no, they tried to recreate that magic with the Lego Batman movie and did somewhat well. Then they tried to do it again with Lego Ninjago and failed miserably.
I liked Lego Ninjago, like not as much as Lego Movie and Lego Batman, but it wasn't a bad film.
It was pretty bad. It just felt a bit like it should have actually come out this year. I feel it should have come out like so we had a Lego Movie every year. But
it was very poorly advertised. Like, there was hardly any marketing because, it
no one
seemed.
had faith in it.
Yeah, when the trailer came out, it sort of seemed like it would be a straight to DVD.
Well,
film.
no, because a Lego straight to DVD movie is like.
Yeah, but the fact there was just nothing surrounding it. There was no, we're doing a Lego Ninjago. It was more, here's Lego Ninjago, and it's like, there's a Lego Ninjago series, or is this a new series? Is this going to be a film? And it came out in cinemas, and you're like, oh god, okay.
I just really disappointed in it.
And then we, let's talk about the second trailer. We got
I know.
The second film looks good.
I thought you were talking about the next trailer of this. Oh yeah. Lego Movie, but looks good. It was like only like a minute and a half long, or like it wasn't. It didn't feel like they showed a lot of footage.
You got Mad Max stuff in the beginning, so obviously I'm going to be hooked.
I think that was just. I think they'll try and like do more like funny stuff with it, like to make it look like.
It does seem like
movie.
A lot of a lot of studios are making franchises where they can sort of parody a lot of stuff. Like, there's a film that we'll get to next that obviously will have a lot of stuff to do with other films in it. And I think with the Lego Movie, because Lego sets are just the biggest and such a wide range, you can have way more in jokes and references, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, I also think a lot of more like after the success of the last one, I think like a lot more studios are going to be on board of like letting their
Hmm.
letting their Lego characters into it. Like I think most people that turned up in Dimensions, I think will see
Yeah,
like more background characters. Like I think we'll see like Doctor Who in the background or like like stuff like that.
and this film,
Because
it's CG, isn't it?
yeah, but
It's
it's CG
not.
to look like stop motion.
Yeah, but
That's its whole thing.
it's very well done. It looks like it is
Yeah,
stop motion.
there's only I think yeah they created their own animated style on a computer to make it look like stop motion movement, and they also only Lego characters can only move like Lego. They can't move
Yeah,
like in the series. You know how in like all those Lego TV series they can move like a human and it looks strange, but they can't like in the normal they can't in the Lego movies. So
they're all bendy. Yeah.
yeah, you don't want a bendy Lego character. Not about that.
Yeah. So moving on, we got. Well, I keep calling it Wreck-It Ralph 2 because I just find it easier to say than Ralph Breaks the Internet.
Yeah, it was Wreck-It Ralph. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Wreck-It Ralph 2. I think it's like the full title.
Yeah, I just Wreck-It Ralph 2.
They made a joke about the fact that it's a stupid title at the end of the trailer, which I liked. It basically looks the entire trailer looks like it's just Disney going, "We own a lot of things.
Yeah.
Let's make fun of ourselves for a wee while." The thing that worries me the most about it is what will happen to the Emoji Movie. Is the fact that like logos age. So if you put logos in a movie, it will immediately like timestamp that movie, and once the logos are updated, it will look odd and old.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's. I think it'll also feel if they do like cheap jokes like the Emoji Movie did, it'll feel pretty cringy.
I hope this film has a Just Dance scene.
I'm really worried for it. Like, I really like the first one. I'm really a big fan of the first one. My little brother is hyped as hell for this movie, but I just don't. I like the trailer a lot, but I'm just worried that it'll kind of turn into a cringe fest.
Yeah. So you see Ralph and Penelope. There we go. Is it Penelope?
Penelope. And
Vanellope
the internet gets plugged
Vanellope.
in.
Yeah,
they get a
go.
router plugged into the arcade, and they go into the internet for some reason we still don't know.
And they go to a Disney website.
Oh my Disney, a real website apparently.
You get Iron Man, Stormtroopers, and all the princesses, which
voiced by all the living princesses are like all the living voice actors are voicing the princesses again, which is really cool.
I think that scene was shown at D23 last year, and I think that it got a lot of there was a lot of hype surrounding that specific scene, so I'm happy that they showed it in the trailers. But yeah, you've got Alan Tudyk as the autocorrect guy, and
he's in everything, so of course he's in this.
Yeah,
he's any animated
just
movie.
Brilliant. And then you had what's her face?
Is it Taraji P Henson or is it Taraji P Henson, or is it?
It is Taraji, isn't it?
It's Taraji P Henson. Yeah, Taraji P Henson as yes. That's her full title apparently. And we're gonna have to wait and see. Because I honestly do not know anymore. It could completely flop and be terrible.
And then we got the trailer for the film that could be Cameron's favorite film of the year, or maybe of all time. Bumblebee, starring Haley Steinfeld and John Cena.
It's just basically just because it's got two people that I love the most on the entire planet in it. It looked cute.
This film could save the Transformers franchise, and then it ends.
Is it not the start of the soft reboot, or is it not?
There's been a lot of rumors that it could be a soft reboot, which would be okay. I wouldn't mind that, because
and it'll tie into the Hasbro verse somehow.
Because with the whole Transformers Hasbro getting the Transformers and maybe doing a reboot, I don't think anything could beat the designs of the current Transformers films. Like they're just so like the Bumblebee is now so iconic that I don't think you could do another design.
Is there another
And
way to do them at all though? I couldn't. If you were going to do like a real world Transformers movie, that seems to be the only way to do them. It's like a maybe with less moving parts, but I can't think of another way you could do another Transformer.
Yeah, so, I just think Michael Bay like got like dead right how to sort of bring them to life, and I don't think anything could be better than them. So you see Bumblebee. Bumblebee is sort of collected by Haley Steinfeld, and they show so much emotion in this trailer. It's so
is that
human.
A joke, or is...
Well, it's more of a riff on the fact that there's no humanity in the other films.
Is it weird to say that it looks kind of Iron Giant-y, or is it like...
Nope,
or
that's
like...
perfect. That's a great... Yep, I think it will be almost exactly like that, because we see... I think we'll see Haley Steinfeld gets Bumblebee, and then they're like friends, and then the bad Transformer, which a lot of people are thinking is Starscream, who's the plane, will be bad. So then John Cena's like, every Transformer is bad, and goes after Bumblebee, but then Bumblebee's like, no, I'm good, and they work together, which is why you see him like catching the helicopter, and yeah, I think apart from him like flying up into the sky and being killed, spoilers, but then coming back, spoilers, I think he won't be I think it'll be almost like Iron Giant, have the same themes, I guess, but it will have a happy ending.
I think Haley Steinfeld will be like a rebel, and then Bumblebee will be like, they had to teach each other to be, I don't know, they'll both learn lessons from each other. It'll be very cute. I'm very excited for it. What else happened this week? There was loads of them.
We then got the Mortal Engines trailer.
I didn't watch that all the way through because I got bored.
Oh, it was another trailer which is like, let's show the first half. Let's show the first act of the film, and which was a bit annoying.
Hugo Weaving's in that, isn't he?
Hugo Weaving's in it. Yeah, it's brilliant. Other people are in it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that seems to be a common theme with movies.
At least 3 other people are also in Mortal Engines. We got at least 3.
We can confirm exclusively here that at least 3 people will be in Mortal Engines, which is a big get for us.
Stephen Lang from Avatar, Robert Sheehan from Misfits, and then Karen Pistorius as the lead. She's in Offspring and Cargo.
Cargo, that's the one on Netflix. Need to watch that. It looks good.
Yeah. Mortal Engines is about basically the world's gone to shit and cities are now on wheels, essentially. And it's about London, and London's this massive city on wheels. Yeah. And
is it all in London, or is it about
other
cities?
There's some filthy plots going on. That was a weird. I don't know why I used that. There's some dark goings on, and Hugo Weaving's a bad person, but he's like the mayor, but he's a bad person, and then his reputation is threatened by this main character. And yeah,
I see.
Peter Jackson. I think it will. I think some people will like it and some people won't like it.
Do you think I'll like it?
Because it's a film. I don't think so. I don't know.
Okay.
You could really like it. I don't know.
I could. I've seen some people pick it up already as like their based like their like game that they're like not game, their movie that they'll just kind of like champion even if it's bad.
Ride or Die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't about that. Although
those people shouldn't be allowed to watch films, but we then got for our only non-trailer news, we got word that Donald Glover, Ryan Gosling, and Ezra Miller are up for the role of Willy Wonka in the Willy Wonka Origins film.
Wait, so they're not. Alright, the one I'd read was they're all in the film, but Donald Glover was going to be Willy Wonka, but I must have misread that. So
Nah, they're all up for the
strange.
role.
That I don't need that movie though. Roald Dahl didn't write a Willy Wonka prequel.
No.
I don't.
But I will say that
not do that.
Donald Glover and Ryan Gosling, I can be like, yeah, that can look cool. Ezra Miller, he's the most. Not that he's a bad actor; he's a really good actor. He's the most boring of those choices. Like it's Ryan Gosling and Donald Glover for obvious reasons. If it was Donald Glover, that would be a huge casting. But Ezra Miller's a bit. Nah, I'd rather have.
When I think of if they did it, if it's a prequel to the Tim Burton movie, which it probably isn't, the only viable option there is Ezra Miller because he looks like a young Johnny Depp in some ways. And he kind of has that weirdness about him that could be Willy Wonka. I think so. It kind of depends on what they're going for. I would watch it obviously, but I don't think it would be good. I don't need that.
I think it should be Ryan Gosling as a prequel to the original Gene Wilder film. Because no one will beat Gene Wilder's performance of Willy Wonka.
I hate that movie so much.
Why?
I just do. It freaks me out. I think it's really overrated. It just annoys me. I think it has so many. It's just horrible. It just makes my skin crawl every time I see it. It's the worst Roald Dahl adaptation. I like the Tim Burton movie better.
Have you seen Witches?
Yeah, and that's decently enough. That's decent enough.
You have no credit, sir.
That wee rat of a boy. The Witches. Oh my god, The Witches is such a freaky book. Thanks for reminding me of that.
No problem. There were so many like Roald Dahl books that weren't. What was that one that was about the two the horrible people?
The Twits.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't need to make that movie.
Or
it's
the
like David
what was the other one?
Books are like
Golden,
David Williams books.
The Magic Finger or Magic Finger.
That sounds like they made that in the TV show Stupid, if you remember. Devil Finger. Nah.
Or I think George's Marvelous Medicine was my favorite as a child.
That's too short. That would need to be like a TV series or like a half an hour thing on CBBC or something.
But this was when I was about 4, so like long books weren't that interesting to me.
I'm trying to think of anything else they didn't do, but they've done most of his books, unless they did his weird adult books, which were.
Yeah. So out of the 3, who would you have as a young Willy Wonka?
It depends on what they're going. I would say you said Ezra Miller's boring. I think Ezra Miller probably be the best bet. He's weird enough to be Willy Wonka. Donald Glover, sure, go for it. Whatever. Ryan Gosling is pretty safe, but I don't think I need that. I don't think he'd be cool as Willy Wonka at all.
Deadeye Gosling. We then got a trailer for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. A second trailer. The second trailer of
the second trailer
of the Spider-Man. This film looks so cool. The way they've done it, the shading of the characters, the way they've sort of made it look sort of stop motion, and then there's
it also looks like a comic panel, like
yeah,
all the time
3D.
As well. It looks crazy good. I am 100% on board with this movie. And they Peter Parker's in it, but he's like old and annoying.
Voiced by Jake Johnson.
That's the guy from New Girl, is it not?
Yes, and Jurassic World.
Yeah, he's cool. But
he's
yeah,
so
I like
good.
I like where they're going with it. And Gwen Stacy's in it. Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah.
Boy. Oh man, what a time! What a time to be alive.
We also see Kingpin and the Green Goblin, but not the Green Goblin you're familiar with, unless you read the Ultimate Universe comics. And
I do.
Prowler, which
Yes.
maybe not go into spoiler territory because that's a big sort of twist on his identity. Prowler will be voiced by Mahershala Ali.
Ooh, big get.
His dad, who's hilarious. Can't wait to see more of that. That sounded very sarcastic, but it wasn't supposed to be. I actually really enjoyed the sort of dynamic between him, voiced by Brian Tyree Henry from Atlanta.
Okay. Don't know what to say to that. I can't think of anything else about this movie. Like, it just looks cool. Give me it now, please. I would like it injected into my bloodstream, if that's physically possible.
I hope the bit at the end where he's like, how many Spider-Men are there? And then Jay Johnson's is like, we're saving it for Comic-Con. I hope that was just for that trailer, and they're not doing a fourth wall breaky film. And it was sort of, it was just as a hey, wait till Comic-Con, bitches.
There'll be a lot of Spider-Men.
Well, yeah, I bet Spider-Verse.
Tom Holland shows up at some point. That
would be quite cool if they got a young. Oh, he could play the British one.
There you go.
That would be so clever.
One. Is that the steampunky one?
No, there's an actual. Are you talking about Spider-Man Noir?
Yeah.
And no, in the actual Spider-Verse, in the recent Spider-Verse event that happened, there's a British Spider-Man that's quite focused on. He's a main character. You also have Spider-Man India and who are they going to get to do Spider-Man 20? I hope they get people who have voiced them before. So like
Neil
Drake
Patrick
Bell,
Harris better goddamn show up.
Neil Patrick Harris, Drake Bell, all these awesome people. Troy Baker.
Anyone who the guy that voiced Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you think we'll see Venom?
What, Tom Hardy or just Venom in general?
Venom. Like a Venom Spider-Man.
It's not gonna cost them a lot to put him in it, so maybe a little. Maybe like Black Spider-Man.
Oh, I hope we get Spider-Ham. Oh my god, I am.
He's a given.
Freaking out over this film.
He's a given.
I'm so excited. I am more hyped for that film than I am Venom. Why can't they just do this animated universe?
Into the Spider-Verse? Was Into the Spider-Verse this week? Because was that like the beginning of this week or last week? Sorry.
It was the beginning. I think.
That because it's crazy. I don't even remember. I didn't. That it feels like so long ago, but
yeah,
honestly, there's so much came out. They had like a Girl with the Dragon Tattoo sequel trailer. Claire Foy's taking over from Rooney Mara, which is cool. Sony
they
are
got How to
marketing
Train Your
that as a
Dragon,
sequel.
The Hidden World.
That I need to watch the second one of them again, but I have seen it. It looks hype. I'm very excited. I got chills, and I'm not even that invested in the universe, like in that franchise, and I got chills watching the trailer. So it's crazy.
I'm on my way.
They used to say Ferdinand had that in their trailer.
It's a very safe family adventure song.
Yeah.
I really like the first one and the second one, and I guess the third one should be good. I hope so.
Oh yeah. It'll be good. You can sense it. I can feel it. We also got a trailer for Suspiria, which is freaky.
Oh yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
I really want to see the scene that was like shown at CinemaCon. CinemaCon? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, because that was reported to be super freaky, and there's like a sort of voodoo thing going on, and it's like it was hard for some people to watch, and I'm looking forward to that film. Made by the guy who did Call Me by Your Name, Luca Guadagnino. Luca Guadagnino, I think is how you pronounce it.
It's Luca Guadagnino. Who knows?
I don't know.
I'm not Italian. I have Italian friends. I can ask Italian people.
Guadagnino.
Something like yeah,
Maybe
something
it's a
like that.
silent G. Guadagnino. Yeah. Luca Guadagnino. So yeah, it's very
I
stylish.
I am hyped for that movie, but not as hyped um like for that as I am for First Man, which is Damien Chazelle's new movie.
Damien Chazelle's new film, First Man,
Oh,
starring Ryan Gosling. He's just showing up everywhere.
he is
This
going
week.
for that Oscar. He's gunning for it. He's gonna get it. We can just hand them out now, please. I'm so excited. Damien Chazelle. La La Land was amazing. Whiplash is great. This was shot in like 60mm all the way up to IMAX 70mm. So I am considering a trip down to London at this point in time if it gets a 70mm release.
I hope this film is like full of like personal shit, because we know what's going to happen.
It will be, I think so.
So I hope the big draw of this film is Ryan Gosling's performance, which I don't doubt.
I think it'll get the balance right of proper space spectacle, like, and emotional, like, personal stuff about Neil Armstrong. Kind of not as in-depth sci-fi as Interstellar, but more of like a human side. With like the kind of like space kind of spectacle of Interstellar, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I think Chazelle's. I don't think we can be worried about this one. I think it's a safe bet to be at least good.
Yeah.
People. It's like the movie's finished. I'm pretty sure people have already seen it. It's like screening. It was screening in Universal City Walk over the weekend. For like some previews or whatever. And I'm just so excited. I need to see this movie in IMAX.
Yeah.
You don't get a lot of IMAX camera releases these days, like film camera releases. You need to see this in IMAX.
The next trailer we got was Drew Goddard's Bad Times at the El Royale.
Oh boy. Apparently it gave away a lot, and I heard someone say it gave away a lot, so I didn't watch it all. I only watched like the first half of it.
Did it give away a lot?
Apparently so. So I just didn't want to play it. Didn't want to take risks. Yeah, like a great cast. I don't know. I've not seen it, so I can't.
Yeah, you got
deep dive.
You got Chris Hemsworth.
Jeff Bridges, I'm sure, showed up. John Hamm was there for a bit.
Jeff Bridges, yeah. John Hamm, Dakota Johnson, Nick Offerman. Just a brilliant cast.
Just everybody in their nan.
Drew Goddard, who did
Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the Woods, yeah. I
wasn't a massive fan of that movie, but this movie looks like from the first like half a minute I saw.
He did the Daredevil Netflix series, I'm pretty sure. He wrote The Martian and World War Z. Yeah. He wrote Cloverfield.
So the guy knows what he's doing, basically. Yeah, I can get on board with that. There was other things. I feel like we're missing more trailers. But
we had Shane Black's Predator.
That did not get a trailer this week, did it?
Yeah, it got a new trailer.
What? Where was I?
I did not know. For a film journalist.
I know. I'm sorry. I had no clue that it got released. There was too much. There was also The Old Man with a Gun or something like that. Robert Redford's new movie, which looked pretty cool.
The new Halloween trailer.
Halloween looked great. That movie has the Get Hyped, anthem of the Halloween theme by John Carpenter. So, you know,
written by Danny McBride.
Damn.
But like it seems in like recent experience that comedians are really good at writing horror films.
Oh yeah.
And directing horror, because you got Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
With Get Out, John Krasinski with Quiet
Is he
Place.
a comedian, or I think he's just an actor?
He's a funny actor.
He's a funny man.
Mm.
Yeah.
And you got this, which looks very good.
Do you have something in your mouth while you ate that, or did you cut out?
I ate a Malteser.
All right.
That's
exciting.
Yeah.
Did you see anything this week apart from Fallen Kingdom that you would like to give a nod to?
Yeah, I finally watched Grand Budapest Hotel by
Right.
Wes Anderson. Brilliant film. I don't know why I hadn't seen it in so long. Don't think it was as good as Fantastic Mr. Fox or Isle of Dogs, but that's just my opinion.
I can't remember where I ranked it, but I didn't. It's not my favorite. It's not my first favorite, but it's definitely up there. I really love it. Just anything Wes Anderson does.
The 4 Wes Anderson films I've seen is number 3.
When I get Life Aquatic on Blu-ray, I'll have them all, and I'm very excited. That's the only one I've not seen. I've seen them all, and I've owned them all, and I'm very excited to have that. June 25th, Criterion finally releases it in the UK. Get hyped. Get hyped. So yeah, I went before I was supposed to see Fallen Kingdom on Wednesday, on the Wednesday it came out here, and I ended up not going that day because I wanted to wait and see it with the family, which I'm glad I did, because I think seeing it with an audience was better. Apart from that dickhead who was on the woman who was on her phone, 2 seats a seat along from me, that annoyed me. But I saw is it Mark Myers? He did a film called. There was a film I saw called My Friend Dahmer, about Jeffrey Dahmer's like high school life before he became a hardcore serial killer. Ross Lynch is in it. He is the strongest part of that movie. Like proper solid performance. Yeah, he's he carries that movie. The rest of it's a bit iffy. It didn't really go anywhere apart from it kind of provided you an insight into why he might have been like he was. But Ross Lynch just kind of nails his performance. He's like even the physicality, it just kind of nails in the head. The rest of it is just it's kind of questionable. He's surrounded by dickheads. His parents are dickheads. Everyone's a bit of a dickhead, and you can see it kind of humanizes him, but not too much that you're like, oh, I feel sorry for him now. So it kind of nails it on the head. I like that. What else did I see?
Brilliant.
Yeah, good stuff. You should seek out if it comes near you. No, it'll be out of cinemas by now. I think it's on demand, and you should just. I know what you'll do to watch it if you do.
So we also saw Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, the sequel to Jurassic World. Here is a synopsis that I wrote up. Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard return to our screens as Owen and Claire as they travel back to Isla Nublar to rescue the dinosaurs from the erupting island before they all go extinct for a second time. However, the man that has sent them there to retrieve the dinosaurs actually cages them and plans to sell them off to a highest bidder along with a new creation more dangerous than the Indominus Rex.
I felt like you gave away a lot of the movie there. I didn't know that was all in the trailer, but I had expected them to stay on the island longer, and that is one of the things that, I purposely didn't watch the final trailer because by the time I'd woken up and it had been out, everyone was like, "Oh my god, that gave away the entire movie." So I was like, "Okay, I'll just not watch it then." And I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I didn't know for certain what was going to happen. I had seen the pictures of the weird raptor thing in the house, and that's it. So I knew they'd get back to land somehow. But I didn't. Yeah, I thought it had a couple twists and turns. I liked it, but that was a very revealing synopsis. But I'm all on board with that. If that was all in the trailer.
It's not. It's not really. It's in the trailer, so that plays before every film in the cinema. So
did it?
Yeah. I didn't like this film, but Cameron did. Cameron, why did you like this film?
I liked this film because it was more intense than the last, had a lot more emotion than the last, some solid actiony performances from Pratt and Howard, like it. I thought it looked very nice, you know what I mean? Looked very sweet. It looked nice. For being a scoped movie, like, and departing from Jurassic World's really tall aspect ratio kind of way, it kind of it looked I don't know if it's better for it, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the look of the movie a lot. For like a scoped movie, I feel like it kind of, because it felt smaller than the last one. It didn't have like especially when they get back to the land, it felt smaller. So I can see why they went for the smaller aspect ratio, kind of not in a weird arty-farty way. It symbolizes how it's a more contained movie than the last, which is cool, I suppose. And it also makes it look nicer and prettier. Why didn't you like it, Jordi? I'm ready to kill you.
I described this film. Are you ready to attack Ride or Die?
I've actually got on my notes. Attack Jordi, Ride or Die.
I described this film as infuriatingly jumbled film with mere moments of acceptability.
And I think you're completely wrong, because I thought it was pretty on the point all the way through.
So the moments of acceptability that I was talking about was there's a very funny part in which Chris Pratt was great in this film. Right, I'll just say that. Chris Pratt was brilliant in this film. Though I do feel the character was a bit 2D and didn't really have any development. I did enjoy his quips because Chris Pratt's just a funny person. There's a very funny bit in which he is in a sort of a dangerous situation, and he's been sort of tranquilized, and he needs to get out of there, and he sort of crawls over a log, and he does it in a very strange way that only Chris Pratt could pull off. I enjoyed Owen and Blue's relationship. I think that should have been focused on more. Even though it was very much focused on, I think it still should have been focused on more. And there's a very dramatic part as they're sort of sailing away from the island. There's a very dramatic shot that I loved, because I don't like you. You said you don't like
me.
You don't like what? No. You said you don't like people getting hurt in like films and video games. I'm fine with that. I don't like animals.
Oh no, I do like it. I don't mind. I have to if it's like a proper brutal like graphic, like I can't watch The Simpsons sometimes when Homer, like in the Simpsons movie, when Homer gets his like eye poked out with a hammer, it makes me kind of shiver. Right. But sometimes like cartoon violence. But anyway, yeah, you were saying
I don't like animals getting hurt. Like anytime there's a dog that dies, I hate that. And there's just you just see it's when they're sailing away, you see what's it called, a Apatosaurus being engulfed. An Apatosaurus, it's sort of like it's always mistaken as a Brontosaurus, but it's not. It's an Apatosaurus. I apologize. It's being engulfed by the smoke of the lava, and it's imagery because that's the first dinosaur that you see in Jurassic Park, and you're seeing Island of Blar being destroyed, and it's sort of you're saying goodbye to Island of Blar and the first dinosaur.
We'll be back at some point. You can't have a Jurassic Park movie and not have any of the islands.
But it was just it was beautiful, and that was obviously I mean one of the reasons I liked it. But this film had two acts. The first act is when they're on the island, and then the second act is when they go to the mansion. First act. I didn't
follow your free act structure. I mean,
oh no, it's right. So the two acts feel very different. They feel like they've been directed by two different people, which they haven't. It's the same guy, but they have different tones.
Different settings,
but they have two different tones.
You know, a movie can change tone, yeah.
Yeah,
it can actually do that. It did it well.
Right, guys. So this is when Cameron gets really defensive.
No, I'm saying movies can actually change tones. It doesn't have to have a consistent tone for the entire thing. It can shift slightly. I thought when it got to the house, it became more hot, like more intense and hard.
It just felt very jumbled to me. And
I don't think it felt jumbled.
I like the first act.
Shifted well.
I like the first act.
I'll say I preferred the stuff on the island better than I did in some of the stuff in the house. But I thought the house was handled really, I thought the house it had some really, really proper, really good moments in it. But yeah, continue shitting on this movie.
The first act I liked, apart from a bit which even my brother, who didn't like this film, said I was nitpicking about, which is if you get that close to lava, you'll get very seriously injured or have serious nerve damage. But that's fine.
It's a movie.
Yeah, but I know it's dinosaurs and shit, but
it's a fucking dinosaur.
The opening, I really like the opening. You got a cameo from the guy who plays Pythagoras in Atlantis. He gets fucked. I hate the Mosasaurus. It's one of the new reasons why I hate the ocean. But
I thought the opening was great. I thought that is one of my favorite parts as well. I think it opened it in kind of the dark.
People being stupid. The bit where you
Jurassic
see
Park is.
Yeah, but it's just we never learn.
No, we never learn. That's the point.
The
Jeff
motto
Goldblum said
the tagline shouldn't be life finds a way. The tagline should be we never fucking learn, because we don't, and it's infuriating.
You know, that might actually be the tagline for the next movie.
We never.
You'll never learn. I think might be.
Have we learned our lesson yet?
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, this film was very. Do you agree with me saying it was very much like The Lost World?
No.
Right, so here's a description of a film, and try and figure out which one I'm talking about. Guy who's taking over a huge company tries to take dinosaurs off an island and sell them off. The dinosaurs escape and everything goes wrong.
They're not selling off. They're taking them to. I thought they were taking them to a park in the last.
Well, a guy tries to make money off of them and not just rescue them.
I would say.
Which one am I talking about?
I would say they get tricked. But they don't. The Hammond doesn't trick them. Hammond sends them to go and document the stuff, but he just doesn't tell them that InGen's coming.
Neither does the old man that sends Claire.
The old man doesn't send Claire.
Yes, he does, doesn't he?
No, it's the young guy.
Oh, well, you still have a dying old man.
I can see
who's
the
like,
similarities.
save the dinosaurs.
I would say yes, it shares.
And then his successor is like, let's make money off the dinosaurs.
It shares similarities. It does not. It's not the same.
I would say my prediction for the ending was correct, but it was fairly obvious what would happen.
What dinosaurs would like roam around?
Yeah, it would end with the setup of the third film being dinosaurs. I was hoping he would go like "Welcome to Jurassic Earth" at the end when he goes like, "Oh." When Jeff Goldblum, who's not in the movie at all, I thought would be in the movie more. They rolled him out for promotion, and he's only in the first scene and the last scene, and it confused me. I thought he would be like, "Welcome to Jurassic Earth." What do you think the next one's going to be called? Jurassic World. I don't know about the subtitle, but I think the logo is going to be fossilized. I don't know why, but I just feel like that should be it.
Oh, really?
We got Jeff Goldblum was not in this film enough. If you have Jeff Goldblum coming back,
for someone that was rolled out for all the promotion,
he was
I
on
think
Graham
it was
Norton.
just because he clipped. I think it's just because the public love him, and I don't blame him.
I feel like, what did Claire do?
Claire was trying to save dinosaurs and trying to basically had an epiphany since the last one.
Because Owen did the blood transfusion.
Yeah.
Justice Smith's character, who I'll get to later, hacks the thing. She risks the life of a little girl by pointing a dinosaur at her, on the off chance that the dinosaur will fall through the glass.
It was obvious he was going to fall through the glass.
But that was so weird.
He put his weight on it. And the glass was going to go.
Yes, I know, but it was just so weird how they set it up.
And he rewrites his brain. It was also he pointed at Chris Pratt and not the girl, and she knew it would fall.
Yeah, but it jumps over Chris Pratt. So if the glass hadn't broken, that girl would be fucked.
She's not even real, is she?
oh my! Right. So how did you feel about that?
I
line?
thought it was going to be is it Ellie? I thought it was going to be Ellie's daughter or something like that, or something weird. You know what I
Right.
mean?
So I was fine with the cloning of the girl,
Yep,
even though
I
that
was fine
makes
with
me
it.
worried that in the next film we're definitely getting the hybrids.
I hope we are. I hope we are. I'm sorry. That gave me hope for the fact we'll get the hybrids.
I have a feeling it's going to be like, to defeat monsters, we created monsters, and they create hybrids to fight the dinosaurs. But how did you feel about her last line, which I think is maybe one of the cringiest lines? I think it's maybe worse than gymnastics.
Go and remind me what her last line was.
They're alive, like me.
Yeah, because she's genetically modified and not really like she was made in a bottle as well.
I understand I understand what she
I thought
meant
it was
by
cute.
it, but I think it was
annoying.
very
It wasn't
cheesy.
annoying like gymnastic. I don't. No.
No, it was...
No, I liked it. You're looking for reasons to not like this movie.
Are you saying I'm saying the reasons why I didn't like this film and not just saying I enjoyed it? I think they didn't learn. Remember when we watched Lost World and we were talking about Kelly and we were like, oh, I'm so thankful that the next films they went on to were clever characters.
She was clever. She was a
She
small
kept
child.
screaming.
She
Stop
was a small
screaming.
child. She was
So
a
were the
very.
others.
She was
You
the
just
youngest one we've had.
I don't think real children. I think they'd be smart enough to not scream. And this girl's supposed to know a lot about dinosaurs because she's supposed to be very smart, just like her mother.
If a fucking Indoraptor or whatever, a genetically modified Velociraptor, was coming at you, or any dinosaur for that matter, and you're like, I would be like, holy shit, I better stay quiet. I remember everything I know about dinosaurs. I would be like, holy shit, screaming like a little girl. So I don't blame that little girl.
Will you die then?
I know I would die.
Why was it not affected by the tranks?
I'm gonna say because it was genetically modified.
But they
said two of those, like they said earlier in the film, too much of that and you could kill them or whatever. And I think it was basically saying this guy is a tank. This guy is an absolute unit.
Henry Wu, BD Wong's BD Wong, isn't it? Yeah, BD Wong's character admitted that this was a potentially unstable prototype. So why would you make a potentially uncontrollable beast immune to a serum that should knock it out?
Because they don't want any, it's going to be sold for military use. Or
not this one.
Yes, but if that's coded into it and they make it that strong, there's no way that a simple serum that knocks out standard dinosaurs is going to knock out this beast of a dinosaur.
But it's just like, why would you?
But why? Because BD Wong Henry Wu is a fucking idiot. That's why.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He is in it for the money. He doesn't care if people die. He just wants to make dinosaurs and get money. And he's gonna make a tank of a dinosaur that is immune to stupid serums that knock dinosaurs out. That's all I'm saying.
The Indoraptor, it rips through metal, like when they're going up the stairs. Do you remember that when it jumps and it rips through it? But it can't break through a small wooden the dumbwaiter door. It was like what's it called?
It didn't rip through
the
metal.
Spinosaurus.
It pulled.
It breaks through it. It's clearly strong enough to.
It pulled metal off the. It pulled like strands of metal off a bar. It did not.
It jumps through it almost. So it jumps with enough force to break through it.
Yeah, because you can bend metal you can bend hollow metal pretty easily. It's like thin metal.
You can.
But this is like
break
proper.
A door.
This will be like solid wood. There's no veneer in here, as the Oak Furniture Land advert likes to tell you. There's no veneer in here. So
never heard that.
You can on wood. So I'm just gonna say to you that I think this movie is now a 5-star masterpiece.
Now here's a little nitpick, right?
Okay. I'm
Um,
ready because all the other ones weren't
so
nitpicks.
so when they knock out Blue,
Okay.
the girl goes over to him and she takes the trank, which there's still half left, and she
Yeah.
puts it in her pocket.
Why?
And then there's never a payoff.
Is it a close up of her putting it in the pocket, or is she just giving?
Yes, it's focused on her putting it in her pocket. But then there's the point where she could use the trank, but then Justice Smith characters gets a new trank and attacks Henry Wu.
Deleted scene. I don't know.
I think Justice Smith.
I think that's just a very nitpicky thing.
Yeah. Justice Smith character should have been Jake Johnson's character from the first one.
I can agree with that.
But of course they needed the token comic relief character.
I like that guy. I like that guy though.
I really like Justice Smith. I think he's brilliant. I think
Jake Johnson back. That would have been funny.
I also think it's almost the same character, but they needed a young black guy because they didn't have enough diversity.
I suppose so.
Which is silly.
There was no Chinese people in it though, so
Henry Wu.
Obviously. He's not like Kong Skull Island. We need to appeal to the Chinese audience, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Decided I don't want to try and predict what he is because he might not be. Okay. Ted Levine is in it. Buffalo Bill. He's cool. He had a strange character detail, which I feel like they may have put in just so there was a reason to get the Indoraptor free. I think there should have been a better reason. I don't know what it could have been.
What, he likes teeth? I think that's a fine reason. What would you have done, Jordi?
I would have not made this film.
Hilarious.
Well, you're saying
answer.
You're saying
I think that was fine.
What would you have done?
I suppose. I think that's a fine way to get out. I mean, the guy is a lot of hunters do that. A lot of people do that. A lot of people go for teeth. How was he supposed to know that Indoraptor would wake up? You know what I mean?
Yeah, he could have just not done it because it just proves that he's a fairly stupid character.
Yeah, because he's just a hunter character. He's the idiot hunter character from everyone.
He's this Peter Stormare character. Or no, what is he called?
The guy, there's one in the Lost World, there's one in Jurassic Park, there's one in it. He's Vincent D'Onofrio in the last one. It's like... There's the military hunter man.
I feel like the third film, I think I might enjoy more because it'll be a original
I'm excited
story.
To see what call it. Yeah,
it won't be the lesson won't be humans are idiots. It will be about surviving a world where dinosaurs roam.
Well, we are idiots, Jordi.
America. Yes, I know, idiots. But every film's message is we try to make money off of something, and we didn't ask
God.
Could we?
Didn't ask God.
We didn't ask should we? We asked could we? Or the line from the first film.
Well, Apple once said, "Could we make a phone that we could touch?" And they did. So.
Here
choose. Do you want to do start? How long are we going? Do you want to do star rating? What were you thinking? Or an A+ or whatever?
I will give this film because as a plus.
I think you need to watch it again.
It looked good. It looks good.
It did look very nice. It looked like can I just say that I thought there was some really great like horror, like intense elements in the.
There was a Nosferatu reference.
I thought there was some really great. The stuff in the house was amazing. I thought some of that was like.
How does Blue get up on the roof? Never mind. Right.
Windows. I just want to say that I thought. I don't know. I thought it was great. I thought it was what I wanted. I thought I did a lot of things better than Trevor did in the last one. I thought it was more contained, and I liked it. I was a big fan. I would give it a B. I'm trying to think of a B plus, something like that. You know what I mean? That area. What are you thinking?
I will give it a. Trying to think like what else we've done. So I think I'll give it a C minus.
Oh.
To be genuine. To be genuous. Generous. That's the word.
Genuous.
Genuous.
I want to be genuous.
To be genuine, I'll give it C minus. Because.
How polite of you.
Because the graphics look good. Chris Pratt did well.
It plays well. You know what I mean? It
plays well.
The controls were tight.
It looks really cool. But I think Chris Pratt. I think everyone was good at playing their characters, but I just think the characters weren't developed enough.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Like,
I can agree with
what's
the fact
his name?
that no one went anywhere.
I'm pretty sure Rafe Spall. Is that his name? Rafe Spall?
Yeah.
Yeah, multiple times he told someone to do something and they said no, and he said, I pay you, I have money. So his character was basically, I have money,
he was
so
just
I'll do
generic
stuff.
Villain, yeah. I can agree with that.
Which is bad because I really like Rafe Spall. Toby Jones, we forgot about Toby Jones. He's brilliant in this. He looked like he was having so much fun in this. Toby Jones was really good as like this as a maniacal bad guy, like he was in Sherlock. Yeah. So yeah, whenever Toby Jones is evil, Toby Jones, he's
Toby Jones
brilliant.
is good.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? I think we're sorted on this. What comes out in the coming days?
Next week we'll have next week we'll have E3.
Yeah.
Next week we'll have our E3 review. I don't think I will see Hereditary.
All right. Well, I'll see Hereditary and tell you that it's absolutely terrifying.
I'll look at our
Super Troopers 2 comes out next week as well. This week, and so does something else that I can't remember the name of now.
Yeah, and then in a few weeks we'll have you'll be Edinburgh International Film Festival, so it's like a you episode because you'll be talking about stuff, and hopefully there's a lot of news for me to talk about.
Yeah. And Ocean's 8, that's coming soon.
Ocean's 8, yeah. Which I've heard is very much like the first film, but with women. But with a female touch. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I got Ocean's 11. So yeah.
Good fun. So we shall see that then.
If you enjoyed listening to this episode and want to contact us for any reason to tell either me or Cameron that we're being silly and that it was a brilliant film or it was a terrible film, you can contact me at RealJordySteel on Twitter, and you can contact Cameron at CamzoOG on Twitter. We also have Ojai Films at Ojai Films on Twitter, and we also have an Instagram and a Facebook page.
We do.
Yeah.
It's fun times. I'm looking. I'll see you in a week's time. I suppose.
In a week's time.
I suppose we probably film the E3 one soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, I shall see you then.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.